All right, yo. So the strategy is pretty simple for the most part. I really only use three indicators. All right. So we are going to come to our indicators. We're adding three indicators. We're going to add the Bollinger Bands. We're also going to add the parabolic SAR, and we're going to add the RSI. Okay. So Bollinger Bands, parabolic SAR, and the RSI. All right. So for your Bollinger Bands, you want your period to be 20 and your deviation to be 2, like this. All right. Now for these styles, I want my top line to be red, and I usually use 4 pixels. Your middle line could really be whatever you prefer. I like mine to be yellow, and then I'll make it 2 pixels. But again, these colors and these pixels, well, the size of the lines, it's all your preference. And then the bottom line, it's going to be blue. I'll make that 4 pixels as well. Then we're going to uncheck the background, right? Uncheck the background, and then just click save. All right. So then next, your parabolic stars are fine. You can change the color if you'd like. I keep the values at defaults, and like I said, you can change the color or you can change the size. I just tend to keep mine how it is, just because really I just need to know where they're at. All right. Now we're gonna come down to the RSI. Okay. Keep your period at 14. Right. Your main line obviously can be whatever color. Once again, I like mine to be yellow, and I'll have it at 2 pixels. Then this top line, I'm gonna make it red. All right. And I keep the line width at the default, the 1 pixel. But you can choose, like I said, whatever you like, whatever's best for you. Then that value is gonna be 60. Okay. The next one is 50. You can keep that line as white. That's just really to know, where your 50 line is. And then this last value is going to be 40. And I'm going to make that line blue. All right. That line blue. So then you're going to click save, and essentially it should look somewhat like this, right? Right. So really what we're looking for here is we like to trade in trending markets, right? We're really trying to trade the continuations, right? So what we're looking for here is we want to see price hugging either this red Bollinger Band or this blue Bollinger Band. So you see here, you got price going up, and it's hugging this red Bollinger Band, which tells you that you're in a trending uptrend, right? It tells you that your market is in an uptrend right now, right? So essentially, that's one of the confirmations is when we're looking for buys or calls, which is your up arrow, you want this price, these candles, to be hugging this red Bollinger Band. So as you see here, right? So that's your first confirmation, okay? Another confirmation that you have is you want it to be above this middle line of your Bollinger Band. This middle line is simply just your 20 moving average, right? So that's another confirmation. That'd be your second confirmation, right? Your third confirmation is you want your parabolic dots to be below your candles for a buy, for a potential buy setup. You want it to be below your candles, right? So as you see here. So that'd be your third confirmation. All right. Now for potential buys, when we come down to our RSI, our fourth confirmation, right, is we want your RSI line to be above this 60, right? Above this 60. So you want your RSI line to be above the 60 level for a potential buy setup. That's your fourth confirmation. And I know for those of you who have used the RSI, we always, would look at the RSI as, oh, it's overbought or it's oversold. So price is, going to end up changing direction, right? I want you to get that out of your head, right? Because just because it's overbought or oversold, it doesn't mean that we're going to go in for a sell. We're not like right here. You see that the line's above the 60. You know, there'd be a lot of people that'd be looking for sell opportunities, not us. We're going to be looking for buy opportunities, because what this tells you is that the buyers have this momentum because it's breaking this 60 level. Buyers have this momentum, so we're most likely going to be in an uptrend for a bit, which, as you can see here, that's what's happening, right? Okay, so now what we're looking for, right? What we're looking for. So you see how here it's in an uptrend, right? What essentially we look for is we wait for a red candle. So you see here we've got our red candle. And then after your red candle, what you want is another green candle. So this green candle right here, for one, you've got that it is a engulfing candle, right? It's an engulfing candle, which is literally just saying that this candle closes above the high of your previous candle, right? So when I'm looking for buys, right? I'm looking for buys. If I was to see this, say we were right here, say if I was to see this and, you know, I see the candle start to hug this top Bollinger Band, right? It's above this middle line. I got my parabolic dots below the candles. I got 3 confirmations already that I'm going to be looking for buys. Plus you have this line that's above the 60 level. So I'm looking for buys. I'm looking for buys. I'm looking for buys, right? So then we had this red candle form, right? Now, with our prior knowledge to how to use the Bollinger Bands and our simple scalper strategy, most people would end up going in for a sell because they saw this red candle, you know, breaking this red Bollinger Band and all of that. But that's not what we're going to do. We're going to wait for the very next candle to form. And it formed as a bullish candle, as a green candle, right? So because it did that, we're going to go in for a 3-minute sell. Why are we going to go in for a 3-minute sell? Because we use the 3 candle expiration rule. So what all that is, for those who don't know, whatever time frame you're on, since right here we're on the 1-minute time frame, right? We're on the 1-minute time frame. So that means each candle is 1 minute. So in 3 candles, 1, 2, 3. Our time expiration is going to be 3 minutes, right? Time expiration is going to be 3 minutes, okay? So when you see this green candle form, right? As soon as it closes, that's when you want to enter. So you want to get in as soon as this candle closes or anywhere below it, right? After this closes. So this closed at 167. So once this candle opened up, if you would have got in at 167 or below for a 3-minute buy, you would have ended up clearing this. Now, why? Like I said, right? You would have saw these candles. We would have saw that, okay, it's in an uptrend, right? Right? And then we saw this red candle, right? So because we saw this red candle, now we're going to wait for another green candle to happen, to form, right? That's exactly what happened. A green candle formed. So I would have went in for a 3-minute buy automatically. Why? Because it was hugging this red Bollinger Band. That's one confirmation for a buy. It's above this middle line. Second confirmation. The parabolic dots are below. Third confirmation. And the RSI is above the 60 level. So that's the 4th confirmation. And even if you wanted to go a step further, you have an engulfing candle, right? You have an engulfing candle. So boom, that could be a 5th confirmation, right? So that's pretty much a 5-point trade right there, right? So even if we go here, we keep going, right? So it's still hugging this red line. So we're still looking for buy opportunities, right? See a red candle form, right? Another red candle form. And then we have this green candle, right? This green candle. So I'm going to do this. We'll put a horizontal line at the top of where this green candle closed. So right here, right? So if I would have saw this, you know, it was breaking this structure right here. So let's see, once again, it's hugging this red Bollinger Band. That's one confirmation. Got the parabolic dots below the candles, second confirmation. Above the middle line, third confirmation. RSI is above the 60 level, fourth confirmation. And once again, you have an engulfing candle. That's your fifth confirmation, 5-point trade. You would have gone in for a 3-minute buy, 1, 2, and then this candle closes above this line. You would have ended up clearing that trade, right? Clearing that trade, right? So that's what you're looking for with buy setups. I told you this strategy is super simple, right? Now, if you ever see the RSI in between the 60 and 40 level, it's really just telling you that, the market is in consolidation, right? That's really just telling you the market is in consolidation. Another way to tell if the market's in consolidation is if you see these candles crossing up and down this middle line. As you see here, you got it coming, crossing down, crossing back up. Then it came up to this red Bollinger Band and starts riding this red Bollinger Band, which is why we are currently in an uptrend, right? So you see here, 1, 2, 3. If you would enter that trade, you would have cleared that trade, right? You would have cleared that trade. Now we have another red candle, right? We got another red candle. If this closes as a bullish candle, I'm gonna go in for another 3 minutes buy. Why? Because it's riding this red Bollinger Band. You got the parabolic dot below the candles. Your candles are above this middle line. And then your RSI is above the 60 level, right? All right, so we're just gonna wait to see how, this candle ends up closing, right? And another confirmation that I kind of have when to see if price is going to continue trending in a certain direction is looking at these Bollinger Bands. If they're flared out, it's kind of another confirmation that you can tell is price is going to keep rising or keep falling, right? So we're going to go in for another buy. Let's see, this closed at 407. So I'm going to go in for one more because I kind of got a bad entry, I believe. Yeah. Oh, I got in at 405. That's going to be good. I'm going to keep it there. All right. So I got in 2 points below where this price closed. So now we're just going to let this play out. Right. And essentially, this should end up going in our favor. Where your patience comes in and just trusting your trade, right? So this looks like a pretty good setup. You see here, another thing that we talk about is pivots. So pivots is pretty much where price change direction. So you see that we have a bearish candle right here and then a bullish candle, right? So this is a pivot point, right? So essentially what you could do is when waiting to enter a trade, you could wait for price to come down to your pivot point, right? And then enter that trade, right? And that's it, that's entirely up to you. It's always better to get better entries, but just for time's sake and just demonstration, I just want to show you, the basic strategy getting in. So I'm gonna wait this out. Just trust our trade. All right. I'm kind of going to come here to this line. I like looking at the line. Deep profits. Let's go. Come on, baby. TrustYourTrade.com. Stop playing with us. Go up. You know the vibes. Let's go. Sheesh. We got about 10 seconds left in this trade. We're deep in profits. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Cleared. Cleared. You know the vibes. Just like that. Clear the trade, right? Clear the trade. Now, on the other hand, so I was telling you about those pivot points, right? So I would just practice identifying pivot points, right? Because it's literally just when price changes direction, right? So you're looking for, flat tops, flat bottoms, right? So you see here, you got this green candle and then this red candle. So this could be a pivot point, right? Another confirmation could be when price breaks and closes above your pivot point. So you would have saw this candle. That could have been another confirmation because not only was it an engulfing candle, but it closed above your pivot point. So that could have been another confirmation for you, right? Another confirmation, right? Even here, right here. And when we're looking at pivot points, we're just paying attention to the body of the candle, right? Not the wicks, just the body of the candle, right? So you got this green candle and then a red candle. So this could be a pivot point right here, right? Also, I'm going to add another one. Also, you've got this red candle, then this green candle. So the bottom of these could also be a pivot point, right? But you see here, this candle closed and broke above this pivot point. So that's a confirmation, right? It's a confirmation. So you got here a pivot point right there, right? Look, price closed above this pivot point. A confirmation. Look, you got a pivot point right here. Price closed above this pivot point. 1, 2, 3. Cleared that trade, right? Boom. But then right here, you got a red candle and a green candle. So you could put a pivot point right there, right? Right, you could put a pivot point right there. And look, price broke structure right here because price closed below pivot point, right? All right. So now, on the other hand, I just want to show you an example of a sell opportunity, right? So I'm going to go through here and see if I can find any good setups. Okay, cool. So we got prices right here hugging this blue Bollinger Band, right? So that's one confirmation. It's below this middle line, second confirmation. Candles are below the parabolic dots, third confirmation. And you have your RSI line below this 40, which is your fourth confirmation, right? Right, it's your fourth confirmation. So this is really just where your patience comes in. Now remember, if this RSI line, if it ends up, crossing up in between this 40 and this 60 area, we're not even going to go in for a trade, right? Because that's when it's in consolidation zone. So you want to make sure that you stick to your rules, right? You don't want to stray from your rules. So, and the fact that it's very close to this parabolic dot, I'm assuming that, this candle or the next candle is going to end up overtaking this parabolic dot, and the parabolic dot's going to go from above the candle to below the candle, right? All right. So I just want to wait to see how this closes. I believe this is going to close as a bullish candle. Yes, it is. So we're going to keep looking. We got a lot of buy opportunities. Watch. I would have went in for that too. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this as an example. The only reason I went in, I changed it to 2 minute because I got this, green candle. It's pretty close to this red Bollinger Band. So, and it's an engulfing candle. So that's 2 confirmations. Got the parabolic dots below the candles, 3 confirmations. It's above the middle line, 4 confirmations. And the RSI line is above the 60. That's my 5th confirmation, right? So the reason I went in for a 2-minute sell was because if you're going in for 3 minutes, you got to get in within the first 30 seconds, right? And 30 seconds had already passed, so I just changed it to 2 minutes. That way it still follows the flow of my 3 candle expiration, right? And it's a pretty good entry because essentially should have gotten in at 950 or below because that's where this candle closed, and I got in at 8-1. I really like looking at the line. And even if you want it, you could sit here and hide those indicators. That way it can just look like this. We got about 30 seconds and counting left. We're deep in profits again. Deep in profits again. Let's go. Big ups in the market, baby. Let's go. You already know the vibes. You know what we do. Out here clearing trades, working on the weekend like usual. You feel me? Let's go. Let's go. And that is about to be cleared. Cleared. Let's go. We are 2-0. 2-0. Feel me? 2-0. Let's get it. All right. Now I'm going to go through and really try to show you sell setup. This just goes to show you how simple this is. You just got to be disciplined, right? All right, cool. So Apple could be setting up for a good sell opportunity, right? Why? Because you got your candles hugging this blue Bollinger Band, right? You got your parabolic dots above your candles. You've got your candles below this middle line, your 20 moving average. And you also have your RSI line below the 40 level, right? Below the 40 level. So what we're waiting for a bullish candle, a green candle, right, to form. All right. So now, because that green candle formed, we want our next candle to be a bearish candle, a red candle, right? If that is a red candle, if a red candle forms, we're going to go in for a 3-minute sell, a 3-minute sell, right? What would be even better is if this candle is an engulfing candle to add an extra confirmation, right? And even if we wanted to, we could, although it could be an engulfing candle, we could also label this pivot point right here, right? You got a pivot point right here, right? So either you can enter as soon as this candle closes, or you can be patient and wait for price to come back to this pivot point. Now, it's not always going to come back to the pivot point, but the majority of the time it will, and retest off of that and continue moving in a downward movement, right? So I just got in. Okay, so this previous candle closed at 0.51. I'm sorry. So you'd want to get in at 0.51 and higher. I got in at 0.53. So pretty good entry, and I got in for a 3-minute sell, right? 3-minute sell. Right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to this line chart, let it play out. All right, I'm gonna play some music a little bit louder just while we wait, right? All right, so we've got about 35 seconds and counting left. All right, 35 seconds and counting. Where trustyourtrade.com comes in, trustyourtrade.com, right? Let's go. Big drops in the market, baby. Big drops in the market. Sheesh. Let's go. Come on, stop playing with us. That's 3-0, baby. That's 3-0. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's the strategy, yo. It's literally, it's that simple. You just literally just want to wait for those setups, right? We're literally just trying to trade. And I said the T word. I'm sorry, but we are trading in trending markets. That's it. That's all we're looking for, right? And you get your confirmations. If you don't have all your confirmations and, you know, you're kind of on the fence, don't take the trade. You need to be confident in your trades, right? And understand, you know, when taking trades, we're only risking no more than 1 to 3% of our account on our trades because we're using profit management. We're compounding our accounts, right? Because the power of compounding, the compound effect, is the eighth wonder of the world, right? That's all.